I'm going to go ahead and do this video now in hopes to sort of give you guys a little quick crash course guide on what to do on starting very first Hearts of Iron 4 game. I tried to do this video before, I ended up going almost an hour and explaining everything. So I'm going to just put a couple of things in the description here that I think are very worthwhile in knowing about, such as like creating army divisions and whatnot, which I think honestly you will need to read a guide on. And if people really want me to do a video on, I can do a video in explaining, but I just want to go ahead and give you guys a very quick rundown of what you should do on your first day in Hearts of Iron 4. So let's go ahead and start as Nazi Germany, because it can go over a little bit of the diplomacy stuff that you can do only as a fascist nation. I know a lot of people here probably don't like playing the major factions. That's totally understandable. I'm just going to use this as a quick rundown of what you should do. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about national focuses really quickly. If you notice here, this is a custom national focus tree. If you play a custom faction tree, you'll get a generic tree, and I highly recommend on that tree to go down and get as many civilian factories as possible. Whatever gets you civilian factories as quick as possible. Now, I have not played Nazi Germany in a while in Hearts of Iron 4, but I'm fairly certain you want to go down this path on the left here as quickly as possible, because they do get some special ones that give them like a ridiculous amount of civilian factories. They get 6 when they research this, and they get a research bonus for the construction technology. This is really great here. Why is that? Because you need civilian factories. So national focus, definitely start going on whatever can give you civilian factories as soon as possible, but be sure to read the national focuses, and they really do give you a lot more options than you can honestly choose, and it's really just up to you to decide what you want to do in your campaign. I mean, I don't want to be a fascist Germany, maybe I don't want to take the fascist decisions. That's all up to you. So let's go ahead and talk about the factories real quick. I'm not going to get too into it, but basically what you want to do is, before World War II starts out, just build as many of these suckers as you possibly can. You need civilian factories because everything in this game that's produced is based on factory output. And anything that's not a military item, such as over here in the production tab, like everything here of course uses military factories, so once the World War actually starts breaking out, you do really want to have military factories on the line producing this stuff out as much as they can to supply your divisions. But for everything else, such as like infrastructure, air bases, or I mean, let's be honest, everybody wants those nukes, right? You need civilian factories to support that production. Now, don't get me wrong, later on in the game, as you start conquering countries, you will take over their production. But keep in mind, these are going to be in areas that you're going to need to be, you're going to be able to have to defend, you're going to have to worry about the resistance problems, and they're going to be constantly fucking with your factories, and nobody likes that. Just build the factories, build them in areas that you know aren't going to be contested, so you don't have to worry about your economy being fucked, and, you know, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Civilian factories are your lifeblood. Military factories, I mean, honestly, build them when the World War pops out. Free dockyards, don't worry too much about building dockyards if you're not super interested in the naval aspect, but naval dockyards are essentially military factories that just build boats. Easy peasy. Let's go to your resource tab real quickly for trading. It'll show you the amount of resources that you produce overall and what your surplus is, and or like what is needed. So it's a really good idea to ensure that you don't have surpluses, that every one of your resources are being used, and ensure that you're not in the red anywhere. Like, I need rubber, so I need to start finding trade partners to make sure I don't have the deficit, because even just like a one resource deficit means that your factories take a pretty humongous penalty for not having all the necessary resources to keep resource pumped out at an incredible efficiency. So again, let's go over research tabs real quick. These are pretty much what everybody's going to do starting off. You're going to want to get construction, you're going to want to get machine tools, you're going to want to get this research bonus. So essentially, research bonus always go for these. You really need these. And you also really need anything that helps build your factory output. And you also need the construction stuff because it helps you build the factories faster. These are going to be guaranteed your top priority things. Now, I have one last research tab here. What should I do with this? Well, you want to go with land doctrine, and you want to start going down your land doctrines as soon as possible. The reason why is you want to, like, there's no ahead of time penalty here. You want to always be researching your doctrine, because if you're not researching your doctrine, your enemy will be, and you'll be behind, and you'll just, like, I mean, look at this. This is a 20% defense bonus on all your infantry, period. It's a worldwide bonus for you, and if your enemy has that, I mean, it just sucks. Like you want to be trying to even take people out as quickly as possible and hope that they don't have an advantage on you on this, because if you have the advantage, you have an incredible advantage here. Pro tip, Grand Battle Plan and Mass Assault, they're just not worth it. I mean, they're good for if you have humongous countries, but this is honestly even better even if you are playing a humongous country. Mobile Warfare Doctrine has its uses, but really not so much outside of the Europe theater of war. So I would think honestly Superior Firepower is the greatest because it helps defend your manpower, which you're going to be in desperate need of this entire game. And I highly recommend just going down this path. I generally go with integrated support, and really you can kind of decide whichever one you want. But I do really like the soft attack bonuses of the shock and awe. You get a 5% here, and I believe you get a 10% and both soft and hard attack down here, so it's a 15% to soft attack. Over here you have a 10% to soft attack, but you don't get any more to soft attack. You do get organization though, which is good. So it really just depends on how you end up customizing your battle divisions. And again, I highly recommend going to the guide in the description, because it basically determines all the little basic stuff that you need in setting up those divisions. So anyways, one last thing we'll go over real quickly. How the hell do I start declaring war on people? Okay, so we got all our research stuff. We know we need to make civilian factories. Okay, we want to declare war on Poland, right? So let's look at our diplomacy screen. If you notice, we can't exactly declare war on them immediately. We need a war goal. So we need to go and justify a war goal, and we need one more political power. So let's just very quickly get our political power. Okay, now we can justify a war goal. Since we're a fascist country, remember, only fascist and communist countries can do the conquer casus belli, as it were. And it doesn't matter what you pick here. Well, I guess it kind of does, depending on like how much stuff you want to conquer here. But really, you only need to just to dedicate yourself to one here. And then you just go ahead and start. Obviously I need more political power to start that, but once this war goal is finished, I will be able to declare war, and I will be able to attack the Polish divisions. Now let's say, for instance, how do I set myself up to attack them? I want to go ahead and go over that real quick, and that'll probably be the end of the video. Is so I select all the divisions I want to be in an army. Let's just go ahead and select the ones that are in mainland Germany and not across the Polish corridor. And we'll go ahead and right click here. We have a lot of people in this division, a little bit too many to actually have a regular general. If you notice, there's like a little penalty here. So you can go ahead and make sure that you don't go over the 24, but just for the sake of the video, since I made a little mistake, I'm not going to really put too much effort in trying to correct that. And we want to go ahead and, like I just did, I put a front line on the Polish border, and I want to put my offensive line, let's put it about right here, going right up to this river. That way we go ahead, when we go ahead with this order, we will capture Warsaw, but we'll end our initial attack on a major riverfront, which gives you a pretty significant bonus to people trying to counterattack you. And I believe by the time we get Warsaw and connect up with across the Polish corridor at Danzig, that's a really good beginning plan of attack. So now we're just going to go ahead and select everybody. They're already attached to this, but just if you wanted to attach them to it, you just control click. Okay, everybody's assigned, and now everybody will automatically start, as I let the timer go, they're just going to automatically start spreading themselves out, and you'll get a little idea of how the AI is going to try and follow out your battle plan. And, you know, once everybody is in place, you can notice the preparation bars will be going up. Your general really likes it when everybody's prepared, and he thinks like right now, thinks the enemy is completely inferior. There is a large river crossing here that they're going to have to do, so there is a penalty there. But I think the Polish divisions here are going to be inferior enough to where this attack is pretty much just going to win by, you know, I mean, it's going to be an automatic win. You're Nazi Germany. You have a huge technological advantage over Poland. I do not recommend playing Poland as your first country. And that's basically all the stuff you really need to know going out of the gate here. That'll you pretty much learn how to do the rest, and you'll start understanding how important stuff like manpower is and division composition is. And again, third time saying it, but highly recommend to check out the guides and the description, because they will explain the division composition, which I don't think I can do in a very small amount of time, and they are extremely important in understanding why you're losing battles or why you're winning them. So anyways, I hope this guide has helped any of you who are very, very new to this game and you're kind of intimidated. Don't get me wrong, it is a very intimidating game, but to be honest with you, compared to older games in the series, it's a very casualized version of it. And I mean, this game is about having fun, and I hope that this will help you guys not be too intimidated starting the game off for the first time. And remember, don't worry if you lose your first game. Everybody, even me, who has like hundreds of hours in this game, has done that, and I've been very frustrated. But it's all part of learning the game, and I hope that in any way this video will help you understand that. So anyways, catch you later, guys. Bye.